Hello, everybody. Happy Friday. I am going to talk about synthetic division today. And this last week, we've been talking about long division, but synthetic division is another way to divide polynomials. The only bad thing about it is that it's a little bit limited. So synthetic division can only divide linear terms. And synthetic division also, you're going to need to switch the sign of the number you're dividing by. And we'll talk about that in a little bit. And then you'll also need to add instead of subtract each line. So in long division, we subtracted each line. In synthetic, we're going to add each line. Okay, so let's go ahead and do an example here. So what you do is you start by, let's say we have x squared plus 6x plus 5, and we wanted to divide that by x, let's say, plus 5. Okay? So you're dividing by x plus 5, so you actually need to, when you set up the division, you need to actually set a negative 5 out here. Okay? And then what you're going to do is you're actually going to use, instead of using the variables, you're just going to use the coefficients. So you're going to use a 1 here, and then you're going to use a 6, and then a 5. Okay? And then you always bring the first number straight down, and then you multiply the number out here by the number down there. So negative 5 times 1 is negative 5. Then we're going to add down. So 6 minus 5, or 6 plus negative 5, is 1. Negative 5 times 1 again. Negative 5 goes there. And then 5 plus negative 5, or 5 minus 5, is 0. So if you get 0, that worked out nicely and there's no remainder. So now in order to write the answer, what you do is you start with the exponent here, which was 2, and you'll decrease it by 1. So now we're actually going to have an x plus 1. And that's actually what these two ones represent. This would be like a x to the first column here. Then this would be your constant column here. And this column over here would represent your remainder. And again, if you have a remainder, you would write that the exact same way as you would in long division. So the answer for this one is just x plus 1. And you could compute these similarly as before. So if you had missing terms, so say you had like an x to the third and then you skip down to an x, you would fill in a 0 for the x squared portion in the coefficients. I hope this helps. I've got some example problems for you guys to work on, and I will see you Monday.